Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tania Talks. As you can tell, I'm wearing a t-shirt. Weather's getting warmer, and hopefully tax season has been good to all of you, at least until next year or T2s kick in. So today I wanted to talk about options packages. I've heard from a lot of you who have staff that you're trying to get ProFile to behave in a way that allows your team members to be able to have access to what they need and have ProFile set up in a way that is conducive to their role. I've also spoken to a few other of you who are using options packages, but it doesn't quite sound like you guys are using it correctly. So I wanted to dig in a little bit. Let's start off with what exactly is an options package. It allows an admin user, it's a feature in ProFile, to control the experience and access of different team members. It can be quite complex, so you'll want to poke around and see what you want to change. Let's take a look at where to turn it on and set it up first. When we're in ProFile, we'll start off with options from the top toolbar, and from the drop-down menu, we'll next select Options Administration. The first section lets us choose how it will behave when we have multiple users. Different loading options will depend on how complex your firm is. There are multiple packages and different options there to choose from having it load on your computer, picking from a highlighted selection below, allowing your team members to be able to choose which one they're loading, which is probably the one you'll use most. And then there's even a custom one as well. Our second section are additional settings. They can include the preparer discounter names that will help the information be pre-populated so that staff don't need to fiddle around. And we can also allow multiple option package groups. Right underneath that option, we'll also see a directory that allows us to choose where that option package is going to be stored. So for example, maybe you're a larger firm and you want to customize where the package group is housed and also what it's called. So perhaps you have a T1 team and multiple partners, but each one has their own e-file credentials. The group might be called T1s and within it a different one for each partner, or vice versa. Finally, at the bottom of this window, we're able to create the actual package name. To do this, we would select the New button, give the options package a name, and then select OK. My window is currently showing you the 3 different packages I have created. So with the examples that I actually have, here we have a smaller team. We have 3 different staff members. We have one for the administrator, one for the preparer, and another one for the reviewer and or partner of the firm. Okay. This way, things like print settings and forms and e-file information will already be stored in there. But of course, your administrator role is very different than your preparer and the things that they would need access to, or the way that the program would need to behave for them to be able to do their job. We could also think about this if we do have a larger firm, slightly larger, right? Maybe you have multiple preparers, but each one has a particular vertical. We can always go ahead and create those packages based on employee name as well. So again, we want to think about what it is that we're creating and what we're solving for, and how exactly this needs to be structured for your firm. Once you've created the options packages, we'll come back inside ProFile and look at our options, and any of the items underneath that drop down can be customized. The other place where items can be customized for an options package are found underneath the e-file options section. This is where we can go in and save things like our e-file number credentials. So as I mentioned earlier, there could be various things, right? If I am a T1 preparer, I may want a particular print set. Maybe you have teams that not only have certain access to modules, but also verticals and industries that you are serving, especially in that corporate space or trust space. So when we do that, we can go ahead and have, let's say, a T2 for farming options package, right? That's going to allow those slips and forms and schedules in our corporate returns to be able to customize specifically for that type of options package. So there's a number of different ways that we can go ahead and use this function to be able to ensure that everyone has what they need for the types of clients that we are serving. Once we have created those packages and made any changes, we would go back into the options administration, highlight the package that you have, or if you have more than one, the right one, and go ahead and hit save. So thank you so much for today. Hopefully this has taught you something new about how to be able to customize ProFile a little bit more for your firm's needs, especially if you're sort of in that small, medium, large type of firm setting. So as always, please like and subscribe. Also, feel free to go ahead and add any comments for other items that you'd like to learn about next time. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. Have a great day.